Hello and welcome back everybody for another episode of France, this beginner playthrough tutorial thing, and we snuck our way into a really interesting war because I did not realize this nation controlled all this land. No, that doesn't seem right. They must have gotten it during their war with Mali or something like that. Anyways, we're at war with Portugal in a really roundabout way. Portugal for some reason felt compelled to declare the independence or guarantee the independence of a small nation. So we attacked into this nation to get into a war with Portugal that allowed us to not call, it sort of circumvented the alliance that they have with Castile. At this point, Portugal has 5,000 troops. I don't know where they are, but let's get these just back to our... no, I think we said we wanted to loot. I'm looking at the peace deal here. Actually, we got a bunch of things, a bunch of stuff to do. We could actually send these on an exploration mission, because I think for the most part our navy has done its job. And call in allies. We don't need to call in Castile. How many favors do we have with Castile, actually? A lot. I mean, we could call them in just purely on the basis of just having them that will break the alliance with Portugal. And it'll give them, like, was at war modifiers and stuff and whatever, but yeah. The thing that I thought about was there's a historical alliance between these two nations, right? But even if we force Portugal to break their alliance with Castile, it doesn't matter. They're unless they had like claims over here or something, it really does not matter. Wait, Granada still exists? 100 years in the game? They're allied with the Ottomans, aren't they? They are, the Ottomans and Tunis. Holy cow. Holy cow, that's crazy. And Castile has integrated Naples. So Castile has people, like, has touched down everywhere. Last thing we need is for them to integrate Aragon and become Spain. That would be so fun. So Castile is getting really strong. At some point we probably need to beat them up. Maybe have them break their PU with Aragon. Right now they're our ally, so we're at war with Portugal. Yeah, those should be repairing before they head out, though. Now that I think about it. Cancel your mission. Just repair for a second. Too many diplomatic relations. Yeah, we have military access in Mali because... Because apparently the enemy has troops there. We can't get rid of it. So just let this run for a second. But we're also losing a lot of money because we are trying to support 5 colonies at the moment. I think this is the deal that we're looking at here for Portugal. They won't accept it quite yet. We want a royal marry Sweden? Sure. Our troops are much more powerful, so 1,000 of our troops is worth a lot more than 1,000 of theirs. That being said, though, we do need to get over here sooner rather than later. And right now we're just kind of waiting until Portugal will accept this, I think. And next month they should. So what we're getting here is, oh, are you serious? Come on, man. That's just annoying. That's just annoying. So what we're getting is getting this province that connects them to Benin. Because we need to attack Benin for their center trade. We don't want Portugal to do that. Although they would be able to do that by making claims from these islands. We can't take those islands. The war cost for picking these provinces up is outrageous because we didn't declare the war on Portugal, right? We declared it on this nation. So picking up these cheap little provinces is actually costing us a fortune. We'd sort of take provinces in a way that this is Portuguese here, but they'd be contained, right? So in a future war, we could just scoop all this up nice and easy. Center of trade here that we want to grab. This is a province here they can use to attack Mali. And in fact, actually, it looks like Ulo has formed. Interesting. And Mali is like split into like weird chunks. So we're going to need to attack into Mali at some point in the immediate future. Because we want the center of trade that they control. Right, they control the center of trade up here. Yep, right here. We want that. And we get Portugal out. The last and final piece that we're going to get from Portugal here, besides war reparations and all their money, so that hopefully that'll slow their colonial growth. And we're looting their provinces, which makes the provinces less valuable too. And they should be losing this land to rebels here soon, too. Okay, they're not quite at maximum war exhaustion, though. I don't know, we might want to hold out here. But this is kind of annoying if these... Oh, nice, yes, go to the fort. Sit on the fort. Good, good, good. This is taking really long to get through here because we haven't explored this. Usually that's not too much of an issue, but in this case it's kind of annoying. So we're getting a piece of Portuguese land proper. We're taking this province. This will be a nice strategic province to get claims on Castile, get claims on Morocco, get claims on Portugal. So from there we'll be able to have a foothold, kind of like our own Gibraltar. Our own version of Gibraltar. We finally had the rebel uprising here. Unfortunately, we do not have a leader here, but we should be able to win this easily enough. In fact, we'll win this before the troops can even reinforce with the leader. Now what's going on up here? Okay, we're about to get a bunch of rebels down there, which is unfortunate. This should be Scottish. Yeah, so let's go sit on this. Okay, bring them around. Bring them around. How many troops is this going to be? 16,000. That's not a small amount. Now I'm kind of just waiting to see if this Portugal... I'm waiting for this number to get up to 20 for maximum nation wreckage. We could also attack into Congo pretty easily, I think. Lots of interesting things we can do. Okay. We might get the extra separatism here. It's the way of it. Just the way of it. They're not going to get here in time. We could try to give them a fast... Somebody fast. Nope, we're not going to get it. That's okay. Why do you have the Conquistador? Let's get the Conquistador back doing what the Conquistador is supposed to do. Explore. Almost at 20. How much per month are we getting here? Our economy is doing a lot better now that we finished one of those colonies. November 15th. December 9th. Let's group these up. And then just attack as one. And we'll wait like a few days. There we go, they'll be joining together at the same time. We'll get them in the green Golden Coast, Gold Coast. Not that this really matters at this point. They've lost. Portugal's now at 20. Okay. Lisboa is completely looted. Send them home. Okay, Portugal. Here we go. No one in Europe is going to care. It'd be really nice as if they actually converted some of this land, but they didn't. We are going to need our transports down here working extra hard. Taking care of the rebel threat. What do we actually want from him? Are we losing money all of a sudden? Colonial maintenance. Yeah, we're paying a lot of ducats for that 4th colony. We're also paying a lot of ducats to reinforce our troops. You know what? Actually, we could sit them here. Yeah, the force limit's high enough. We sit them there, drill them there. I like it. We go on another mission. Now that you guys are actually repaired. Nice. Portugal, where are you going to start colonizing now that we've just bopped you there? Might be a while before they start colonizing. That would be the ideal situation. Castile actually has troops over there. Interesting. Get some of these light ships home. Protecting trade. What's the truce look like with England? 2 years. We're actually 2 years away from attacking England. Okay, and the truce with Denmark should be over. Yeah, it is. Interesting. So we got so many different avenues for expansion at this point. We're still kind of dealing with the rebel threats. I think once we take care of this rebellion, the Scottish, which either we move off this province and we hope it spawns sooner. Are you serious? We're not getting the Pope, the papacy for some reason. There's a... What's going on here? It says there's a crusade set for Morocco. So if we go to war with Morocco, we'll get extra tax, morale of armies, national manpower, yearly prestige. We'll get all kinds of good stuff. Pope will be very happy with us. We do that. No rebellion here. But now we're going to get sort of... We shouldn't get any rebellion here. One little trick that I learned about. Let's test this out. Let's recall this settler down here. And move him to here. And I've heard... You know, because this is Africa, it might not work. But sometimes... pulling a settler back and moving them to here might actually update their culture and religion. It would work if this was the New World, but actually now that I realize that this is in Africa, so it's a slightly different system. Colonies, of course, in the New World are your religion and culture. Colonies in Africa, though, are actually the culture and religion of the native population. Queen Regency. Okay, no problem there. 2 years before this guy takes over. In this 355, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining one bit. In fact, before we hit that next technology, which is going to be a long time, we do want to get this French idea here. Well, there's some really good stuff here that we're going for, and 5% discipline at the end. Yeah, this is going to be really, really nice getting those French ideas done. Which, of course, we're working on the French ideas just simultaneously while we fill out the specific ideas that we're actually selecting to customize our nation. So this is specific to France. This, we chose these three. We could have picked any of them, of course. But as we fill these out, we work on filling this out too. Definitely don't need military access here anymore. And stop losing that Diplo per month. Oh, screw it. Get a claim on Lisboa. What do we want to take here? Anything? Maybe just these two provinces? Get us some more borders with more natives. Just a little bit more flexibility, maybe. Nice, man. The Pope loves us, and we're getting the benefits of that. Let's get out of this war. We're gonna have rebels down here, but here's the thing. We're the French. These rebels are going to do nothing to us. We look at our potential rivals. Still just saying Castile. I don't want to do that. Let's get rid of this embargo here. Revoke the embargo on Mamluks. Apparently it's saying it's hurting us. That's what this means. This just means that the embargo here is not helping us in any way. The reason why you embargo your rivals is to hurt their trade power, but I think it's sort of like it hurts your trade power too. It works both ways. And they figure that, you know, it's a way to build power projection, so it's worth doing for your rivals, but if they're not our rivals anymore, then no bother. Okay, we're getting the claim. Here. Could be a long time before we can actually build up the claims for Denmark, because I think we already have, even though we lost one recently, I think we still have these two here and this one. Okay, so never mind. We could get a couple more, but besides these, okay, we can get rid of this. We can get rid of this. Let's split our troops off. Where's the other province? Nice. These rebels are going to go away. Means our vassal is stabilizing. Problem is they still haven't converted any of this. And they won't be able to until probably like 10 years from now. 5 to 10 years they'll start working on it, I suspect. Because there's still religious zeal. Because Scotland had barely just gone Anglican, so. We kind of need these troops down here taking care of the rebel threat. That being said, we probably don't need this many. Let's look and see what is it saying these rebels, the size of these rebel stacks is going to be 15,000 at the most, 24,000 if the English actually rise up. But we know that's not going to happen. No, we know that's not actually going to happen, so. It's funny because, yeah, the Portuguese probably aren't going to rise up either. We'll be fine. These 20,000 troops down here will be able to sufficiently war. And also I don't know about that. Take care of rebels and do the warring. Way ahead on our... What we might want to do, actually, is roll some generals. None of these are... You know, some of these guys are pretty good. They're not incredible. Military leader just left us. Let's roll one. Try that again. Much, much better. Look at that. That is stellar. Get this idea group, which gives us this benefit. So 10% less technology cost just because. It's incredible. That is incredible. Protect and trade in the English Channel. The heavies. What is the... the Danes probably have a pretty strong navy. Let's look at the Danish navy here. This is armies. Well, we can check on this too. So 27,000 troops, that's not much here. I haven't actually looked at their alliance network though. "21 galleys. That's the scary part, right? Because the galleys are going to get a bonus in the Baltic Sea, specifically. So, I mean, they have... Wow. They actually have 32 fighting ships. They have very few transports. Interesting. Denmark, what does your alliance network look like? Lithuania and Teutonic Order? Huh. No, without question, we could beat up the Denmark without question. Poland, Sweden, Poland, Castile, Poland, Brandenburg, maybe. Why is Brandenburg not wanting to do that? Fighting in another war. On the Papal State, or the distant war, apparently. Actually, calling it Castile would be great. Actually, if we got Castile in this, it wouldn't really be much of a battle, you know what I mean? Although there's a really good chance that Muscovy is going to attack into Lithuania, and that could cause there to be an easier opportunity to go to war with Denmark. Denmark's probably not going to be attacked until we attack them, because Sweden's not going to want to attack into them with that alliance network without, you know, more allies. I mean, we're Sweden's only opportunity to attack into them, so. Castile loves us, even though we just beat up his friend. Brandenburg, not so much. A little extra happy here. Actually, we got to work on the Papal State. But yeah, you know, I think the next war, actually, believe it or not, is 5 months, and then we can get rid of these troops. Actually, we can move them off of here completely. Let's double check the unrest up here. Looks great. Looks great. Yeah, all the unrest is now in Africa. Continually exploring the world. So yeah, let's get more troops down here actually. Into Africa, where I think we're going to continue to expand. Set up the infrastructure for late game trade, massive trade generation, like just massive. Aragon's asking for military access. Weird. I don't think he did it because Castile has it. Guess not. Who are you at war with? Or you just have troops that are trapped somewhere. Okay, how are we looking on 2 more months? I think we want 40,000 troops down in Africa. I think that's going to be enough to make any war pretty effortless. We're actually making money with 4 colonies, which is crazy because we're spending 18 ducats a month. Working on those, but we're still making money. Good money. Let's check out what's the composition look like down here. 10, 2, and 8. So let's send a similar composition down here if we can. Okay. Actually, you know what? What's the supply limit? I kind of want 20 more transports. I'd like to be able to have transports that can move people around up here in Europe and in Africa too. I just realized let's drop them in here for a second. Let's actually go grab these troops. Get them down to France so they can be moving and grooving while this other group is going. Denmark discovered us, great. There we go, we have our leader. And he is strong. Very strong. Wow. Wow, monthly war exhaustion minus 0.05. That's this number that always trends up when you're at war. For, you know, attrition, being siege, things like that. I mean, this is actually insanely crazy. That's one of the best ideas in the entire game is optimism right here, which basically gives you that effect. That basically means that we could just be at war forever and never have to worry about the negative effects of war exhaustion. It's just going to be slowly trending down, unless we're radically getting dominated in the war. So this is where we might actually go into this, right? It's a little bit unfortunate that we'd have to pay 5% more for technology costs. But in the grand scheme of things, 2 additional missionaries is a pretty big deal. Ah, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Still thinks they're going to have a personal union with us. If we die. Not happening. Let's make sure that we have royal marriages with all of our allies, though. Luckily, our leader is very young. There's no reason to suspect that he's going to die. Is okay. Mali has no allies and is at war with 3 different nations. Okay, time to attack. Time to attack. What is going to rebel on us, though? Mali's not even going to exist here in a few seconds, to be honest. Let's make sure they're still drilling. We're not scared of them. Move. Actually, let's move them to Paris. We should probably compose... We'll figure out what they need and we'll compose troops there. I don't think Mali has any ships. Oh, I lied. Well, not lied, but I didn't know. They do have some ships. You have some ships. Okay. No, I think we do want to hit this, after all. We're going to want those missionaries to do some mass converting. Right, because when we get these, when these cores come in, we're going to be able to convert all this land. This is going to help us with that, for sure. Let's do it. Embrace the Counter-Reformation. We are basically committing to being Catholic, I think, at this point. Now we have 3 missionaries. We will send them out. The war with Mali is pretty much over because they have no troops. And I believe that Mali's not going to exist very soon. Like, I think what's going to happen is... Yeah, it's weird because we actually need military access to be able to get through here. Go kind of finish Mali, but I don't know what's actually left here. We might want to just do that. Let's just do that. Let's pay the Diplo or whatever it's going to make us pay. Get over here. Let's make sure that they get sieged down. It's going to be an easy to take care of there. We are at max military. Okay. Let's do the boring task of doing something with this military here. This looks like a great spot to boost it. I think cloth makes it cheaper to develop. What's going on there? Where is this, by the way? We want to make sure this is controlled by the nobility, which I think it's not. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that for giving that to the nobility in the future. Cheap there. And Barry here, which is not controlled by anybody either, and that's okay. That's okay. We have no truce with England. They're allied with 2 insignificant members of the HRE. England actually is a nation that we are going to need to attack swiftly. Let's get the network built here. Right, so we're going to scoop up this land from Mali. sort of solidifying the coast here. Aside from what what we're battling with Portugal, we probably might even want to come down to Congo. I just realized that's right, because Benin was allied to Mali, but somehow that broke. But we need to scoop up a province from Benin as well. We're going to be fighting rebels down here for a good while. Until this is all Catholic, we're going to be fighting rebels down here for probably 10 to 20 years. So we'll be enjoying that. What's going on here? Alright, well, thank you so much, everybody. I think we're going to take a pause here. I think it's about that time. So we got the war with Mali. We are going to go to war with England. We're looking for an opportunity to go to war with Denmark, but positionally we don't really have our troops ready for that. But we'll figure that out. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching another episode. I will talk to you guys later.